Okay, the next examples here. Example 2, complete the square and carefully sketch the following graphs. This is going to rely heavily on your ability to complete the square. If you don't know how to do that, I would imagine you should go back and watch one of the earlier videos, or watch me do this. I'm not going to fully explain things, but I will do a little bit. So just watch the whole video here, or take a look at the notes that are online, or just try to research yourself on how to complete the square. But you need to know how to do that. The idea here is I can't find the vertex because it's not in vertex form. It's in standard form. So I first need to get it to vertex form. So I'm going to do some sort of work here, and I need to make a square. To make a square, I take the -8 and I cut it in half to get -4. So the middle number, I cut that in half, so that's going to go here. I actually divide it by the number in front as well, but there's no number there. It's a 1, so we don't need to do that. Then I need to FOIL this, except I don't FOIL it. And if you FOIL it, you're going to get to the point where you x squared minus 4x minus 4x, which is minus 8x, and then you get a positive 16 at the end. So there's some stuff, and there's a positive 16. I need a positive 20. So how do you get there? Well, we're going to have to add 4. We're at 16. What does it take to get to 20? We're going to add 4. Now, how can you actually get 16? It's pretty straightforward. You could take this part, -4 squared. You get 16. What does it take to get to 20? Well, you need to add 4. So that's how I do that. Now, the vertex, change the number on the inside, +4. Leave the number on the outside, +4. Next thing I need to do, I'm going to box this, by the way. That's my vertex form. There's a 1 out in front. Next thing I need to do is just my over and up down chart. So I've got my over, and it's going to be up because it's a +1. So I'm just going to write this a little bit neater. But it's a +1. So for my over and up down chart, it's going to be up. It's 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 5. And I'll times it by that +1, which is useless, because I still get 1, 3, 5 again. Again, because it's +1, I know I'm heading up. All right, so I need to start at my vertex, which is 4, 4, and then go over 1, up 1, over 1, up 3, over 1, up 5. So all of this stuff is just like the other questions. The only thing that was different is that it gave us a standard form, and we needed it to go to vertex form, so you need to complete the square. So over 4, up 4, that's my vertex. And then I can go over 1, up 1 on both sides. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3. And if I go over 5, I'm going to go off the graph, so I'm just not going to bother. And you can connect the dots. So that is that question. Let's look at letter B here. This is not in vertex form, so we're going to have to change it to vertex form. To do that, you're going to need to create a square. Okay, so there's the square, there's the x, and I need that number in the middle. So the number in the middle is a +10, so I'm going to write 10, and I'm going to cut that in half to get 5. Divide that by the number in front, which is not, there is nothing there, so it can just stay a +5. Now you're going to want to FOIL x plus 5 times x plus 5. I'm not going to do that though. I know that the last part of the foiling will be 5 squared, or 5 times 5. That's 25. So I know that I'm at 5 squared. I know that I'm at 25. And what will it take for me to get to 20? Well, if I'm at 25, I need to subtract 5 to get to 20. So that is my vertex form. I'm going to add a +1 out in front, just because I'm going to make sure that this thing heads up. So my vertex, it's a +5, so I'll change it to a -5, because you always change on the inside. It's a -5 on the outside, and I always leave the outside number. Change on the inside, leave the outside. So that's my vertex, -5 and -5. So that's right there, -5 and -5. Next, I will do a over, up, down. So there's my over, and this is heading up, so I'll just write up. I know it's heading up because it's a +1. Any positive number tells you that it's going to head up. And it's always 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 5. times this by the number in front, which is just a 1. So you're going to get 1, 3, and 5. So over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 3. Over 1, up 5. Over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 3. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. Over 1, up 1. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3. Over 1, up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's your drawing. You connect the dots as best you can. Doesn't look like trash like mine, hopefully. Take a look at the notes for a nicer drawing. But that's it. Complete the square, which is, I realize, it can be a lot of work for a lot of people who don't know how to do that yet. So complete the square, find the vertex, and then use your over and up down chart. Okay, let's keep going. So first thing we need to do is complete the square. This is the first time where things are a little bit different for completing the square. So you're going to create the square like you always do. Except there is, and this is new, there's a -1 here. We're going to copy that down here, -1. And it always has to be like that. So whatever value is here, you need to just copy it there. That's the new part. Now, we need to get our inside number. So you got -6. That's this number right here, -6. And like we always do, take the middle and cut it in half. And you get -3. However, you need to take that -3 and divide that by the number in front, which is -1. So -3 divided by -1 is a +3. So we would have gone over that in class, but it's a +3. Now you need to FOIL. And when you FOIL, you can't forget that there's this -1 hanging out in front. So you can FOIL like normal. So you can go x squared. So there's a -1 in front. X squared plus 3x plus 3x. 3x plus 3x, which add up to 6x. And 3 times 3 is 9, plus 9. And then you can bring this negative in. -x squared minus 6x minus 9. And now you should be able to see, hey, look, -x squared minus 6x. That matches what we did. -x squared minus 6x. And the only way that matches is because we had this -1 out in front. So, you take your middle number, you cut it in half, you take that number and divide it by the number in front, and you get your 3. And when you FOIL it, you end up with a -9. But you could have ended up with a -9 already, because 3 squared is 9 times the number in front. 9 times -1 is -9. So you'll see me right here. I'm going to erase this. I know it's -9, but how would I have normally gotten -9? Well, I would have gotten 3 squared from here. 3 squared, and then times that by the number in front. That gets you -9. I did not get the 3 from here. That is not what I did. I got the 3. Well, actually, no, I take that back. It is how I got that. But, because they're the same thing. But I always look here. So 3 squared times the number in front is -9. So I'm at -9. What does it take to get to -7? On a number line, here's -9. Here's -7. What does it take to get there? I need to add 2. 1, 2. That's a lot of talking there. So my vertex is -3 and -2. And it is a over, up, down chart that I need to draw next. So there's an over, and it's a down because it is a -1. So negative tells me that this thing will head down. 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 5 times by the number in front, which is -1. And it's -1 because you just carry that down. That's all there is to it. So this is -1, -3, and -5. So there's a lot going on there. I realize that. You should probably just rewatch this again as soon as I'm done if you don't understand it. Or just watch me do D and then watch them both over again. I will start with the vertex. The vertex is right here, -3 and -2. So -3 and -2. And then I need to go over 1, down 1, over 1, down 3, over 1, down. Oh, it's not -2. I'm just being dumb. See how I had to go +2? it needs to stay plus 2. So hopefully you've been not pulling out your brains here. So negative 3 comma 2, negative 3 comma 2, and then I can go over 1 down 1, over 1 down 3, over 1 down 5, over 1 down 1, over 1 down 1, 2, 3, over 1 down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Over 1 down 1, over 1 down 1, 2, 3, over 1 down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Connect the dots. And that's our drawing. So I'll do the next one right away here because I want to get it all in one video, and then you can watch me do C and D again if you need. So you need to get this in a vertex form. So you got to create your square, and you got to take this 3 and bring it down. That's the first step now, because there's a number in front. Usually it's a 1. We haven't brought anything down. Now it's a 3. Before it was a negative 1. So you take your number, your middle number there, negative 12, and you cut that in half, just like we always have. And you get negative 6. Then you take negative 6, and you divide that by the number in front, just like we always have, but the number was always a 1. Here it's a 3. So you're going to take negative 6, divide it by 3, and you're going to get negative 2. Then I need to FOIL. So in the end of my foiling, I'll have negative 2 squared, negative 2 times negative 2. So think of if you FOIL, you're going to do that, you're going to do that, you're going to do that, and it's this times this. It's your last part of your FOIL. So negative 2 times negative 2 is 4. And then you're going to have to bring the 3 in. You're going to bring the 3 into everything after. So 4 times the 3. So that's how you find out where are you. So if you don't understand what I'm doing, FOIL this out and then times it all by 3, and you'll see exactly where we are. Foiling it will get you a positive 4 times the number in front, so that'll get you a 12. So I'm at 12. If I actually FOILed all of that, I'd be at 12. But I need to get to 6, so I'll take 12, and if I subtract 6, I'll get there. So I need to minus 6. All right, so my vertex is change the number on the inside, positive 2. Number on the outside, leave it the same. That's my vertex. And I need to do my over, up, down chart. It's a positive 3, so it'll be heading up. So over and up. 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 5, times it by the number in front. That is a 3. So 3, 9, and 15. So I'm going to do my vertex, which is 2, comma 6, negative 6. So 2, comma negative 6. It's way down there. Over 2, down 6. And then I will do over 1, up 3, over 1, up 9, over 1, up 15, but that'll go off the graph. So over 1, up 3, 1, 2, 3, and then over 1, up 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Over 1, up 3, over 1, up 9. And then you can connect the dots. And that's all there is to it. Again, I realize there's a lot of work here, so I would rewatch these videos because apparently you have nothing else to be doing right now. So watch these videos again if you don't understand it. However, there are some questions down here that I'm still going to be doing. So G and H, completely different. So we're not going to worry about those ones as much as we're going to do E and F. And if you are having a little bit of difficulty, well, we're still going to do E and F, and they should hopefully clear these things up. But I'll just zoom out to these last ones here so we can see where we left off.